of Judgment Day, we're going multinational on this show.
Why is that?
Well, we found flags, and we're doing it in front of the flags.
Got the Italian flag up there?
The Italian flag is there, my friend.
All right, good.
All right. Today on Judgment Day, we're taking a look at Capcom versus SNK 2 EO for Xbox. Def Jam Vendetta for the GameCube. Zone of the Enders 2, the second runner for the PlayStation 2. And in Buried Treasure, Tommy remembers Soviet Strike. Well, since we're talking multinational, let's talk about a multinational task force called Rainbow Six Raven Shield. This one's from Ubisoft for the PC. What'd you think of this one?
Well, now it's been almost 4 years since the last game like this
from Rainbow Six. And they've completely upgraded everything that you know about Rainbow Six. The past Rainbow Six games were always very, very good, but they were a tad too clinical. You know, everything was so
realistic.
In this game, they've kind of lifted in a little bit of the Unreal type action stuff, which is kind of fitting because they've actually used the Unreal Engine to build this game. So now you actually see your weapons on screen. They've done a complete overhaul on all the menu screens and your team selection screens and your planning screens. So it's much, much easier to just jump in and start tweaking out your teams and the weaponry that they're going to have, as well as plan your missions. And then executing them is also simpler because they've done cool things like have activation icons that pop up, and all you have to do is press the space bar and boom, a door is open.
They got a whole plethora of new weapons this time around as well. They have something called the heartbeat sensor thing, where you can sense people's heartbeats behind the wall. They also have a special sniper rifle that kind of goes through walls. They have tear gas this time, and you can tell.
The smoke is awesome.
Yeah, the smoke effects and the fire effects in this game are the most real you'll ever see in a video game. So you can tell all your dudes to put on gas masks, and then you fart. Oh, no, you throw tear gas.
That's right, you throw tear gas.
I farted.
Right, yes, you did.
But the thing that annoys me is for a game that's supposed to be so realistic, when you shoot your own team members, guess what?
Well, they just treat it as if it's friendly fire.
Yeah, they don't shoot back.
They wouldn't think that you're so sick and twisted that you would actually point your gun and start killing your allies. The level design in this game is awesome, too. I mean, you can blast through windows. You can see the bad guys walking around in the windows. You can open and close shutters. You'll see PCs and cups on desks.
There's disarming terrorists. There's planting bugs. There's rescuing hostages. So there is a lot of variety within the missions as well. The best part of the game, though, we haven't even talked about yet, and that's the multiplayer. This game's all about multiplayer. Now, there's a bunch of different ways to play the multiplayer.
That's right.
You can go combat, just team on team.
Yeah, deathmatch kind of style.
Or you can take your team with you and try to complete the missions that are in the game.
That's awesome. I think that also the cinematics and stuff like that, they're a little bit cheesy. They're not as
much of a storyline as you'd like to have seen.
Fans of the series are going to love all the enhancements. This is an amazing game. I'm giving it 9.5.
I give it an 8.
On the positive side, this is the best looking and most realistic tactical squad-based first-person shooter on the market. The smoke, fire, and flashbang effects in this game are amazing. And the mission and level designs are phenomenal. Really, really nice stuff in this game.
On the negative side, if you're looking for a really fast action shooter game, this might not be the one. There's not too much storyline or amazing cinematics going on. Although the artificial intelligence on the enemies are superior, I would have liked to have seen my own teammates fire back at me when I took them out.
Next multinational game that we're talking about is Capcom versus SNK 2 EO from Capcom for Xbox. And
E-I-E-I-O.
And the big story here is that it's playable on Xbox Live, and I know Tommy has been waiting for years for this game. What'd you think, man?
Wrong, sir! This game looks and plays exactly like Street Fighter did on the Super Nintendo 15 years ago. I'm completely against this game. I'll tell you that right now from the start.
See,
because
I love this game.
You love this game because you're a hardcore gamer.
I love
and
this
you like
game.
this two-frame animation fighting
I love the Capcom fighters, but I love the SNK fighters even more. And SNK, as we all know, has gone out of business, so there aren't going to be tons.
I wonder why.
There aren't going to be tons.
Because they never updated any of their game or their graphics.
Yeah, but they didn't have to. Came out with some wicked stuff.
Give me something new. Give me
got
the
all the
characters
moves.
gotta look better.
They have 44 characters in this game, and all of them are slightly different. They've all got their own sort of style.
I'll give you this. The way the game's set up,
yes,
how you pick 3 teammates and all this stuff, the way they set it up is great. They have all these great modes.
You like the gameplay, right?
Not the gameplay, no. The way
you don't like the gameplay?
No, it's horrible.
The gameplay's fun. It's a fun fighting game.
It's a button mashing fighting game.
It is not. There's tons and tons of technique in this game.
It was fun 15 years ago.
It's still fun,
and
it's loaded with great characters that are still fun to play. You're absolutely wrong.
I know all the hardcore gamers out there are going, we don't like Tommy. He doesn't not a gamer. You know what I gotta say to you? I don't care what you think because this game is way too old.
If you're a fan of these kinds of games,
two-frame animation.
I don't care about that.
Two-frame.
The action is great. There's more than 2 frames of animation.
And let me ask you another question.
And the backgrounds are deadly, man.
The backgrounds are not deadly. The backgrounds are 3D.
You didn't like.
So you're used to see these pancake 2D.
You didn't like the rally racing level. You didn't like the rally racing level with the rally cars jumping over the sand dunes.
I've seen better graphics.
And you're still. Of course you have.
Of course
We're not talking graphics here. This isn't all that this game is about. There's tons of gameplay. There's tons of replay. And if you give it some time, you're going to find a lot of stuff to love in this game.
If you love this game, I'm telling you right up front, don't listen to anything I'm saying right now.
And you can pretty much put a bumper sticker on that. Don't ever listen to what he's got to say, okay?
But
all right.
if you're a normal, average, everyday game player,
right,
there's no reason to get this game.
I love the fact that you can play this thing on Xbox Live. I mean, that's the way I play this game. But there is one thing that bugs me about it. There's all these fighters that you get to choose from. You have 3 different characters that you can choose from. And every time one of your characters gets beaten up and you're switching to another one, it goes to a loading screen and you can't talk to your opponent at that time.
I'm sorry for all you hardcore anime fans. I'm giving it a 4.5.
4.5. You are brutal, man.
I'm sorry.
You are brutal. 9 out of 10. This is a great game. Awesome Xbox game. On the positive side, this game is loaded with lots of features and tons of ways to play. There are 44 different characters to play with. And most importantly, you can play this game on Xbox Live. Awesome.
On the negative side, the character graphics in this game look about 15 years old. If you do not like 2D fast action fighting button mashing games, you're definitely not going to like this one. And if you're an Xbox Live user, you can't talk to people in between fights. Bit of a bummer.
Come on, get up, man. All right, come on. We got to tell them what's coming up next. We're going to be right back with a look at Def Jam Vendetta. Wait till you see what Tommy thinks about